Hey guys, Jacob here. It is currently the 15th of February 2022. This is going to be this week's vendor reset. At the front desk vendor this week, the named item they're selling is the Empress International Battery Pack. This has perfect calculated, this one has skill damage, skill tier, and critical hit chance. So if you guys are trying to collect all the named items, I would recommend picking this up. I'm going to scroll through the rest of this stuff, and if it has any talents or roles you guys need, I would recommend grabbing them. That's about it for the front desk vendor. Now if you go under the helipad, past the stash box, into the double white doors, you guys will see the clan quarters sign. Shout out to DOD and Kamikaze Von Doom. Take a right, and this is the clan quarters. This week they're selling the lightning rod. This is the perfect salvage pistol. Like I said, if you guys are trying to collect all the named items and you're new, I would recommend grabbing it. But at the same time, it does cost 15,000 credits, so keep that in mind if you're low on cash. Scroll through the rest of these items in case you guys need any of this stuff. But overall, nothing too crazy for sale, except obviously the somber knee pads. If you guys do not have pretty decent somber knee pads, I would recommend buying these because for one, you could take off the weapon handling and put critical hit damage, so you're getting 15% from the roll itself, and then you're going to be getting critical hit damage on the roll for the attributes, and then you already have critical hit chance, which you can optimize, and the weapon damage is already max. So at the moment, if you guys don't have these are pretty decent knee pads, or some of the best, I think, somber knee pads I've ever seen for sale at this vendor or in a vendor in general, so definitely pick those up. Next is going to be the Theater Settlement, which is on the right side of the map, and you guys are probably wondering why I did not cut, and that's due to how fast the Xbox Series X is. I didn't really have to cut it anymore because by the time I cut it, I'm already over here. If you guys are not aware as well, Keener's Legacy is now live. That's why that just popped up. And this week they're selling the artist tool named item. This is the rifle. If you guys don't have this and you're collecting all the named items, recommend grabbing it. But at the same time, like I've said before, they do cost 15,000 credits. Next is going to be damage to armor on this Resolute MK47. If you guys are trying to make a damage to armor sniper build, or rifle build, that is, not sniper build, or with rifles, and you want damage to armor or damage to off cover, or if you just need the roll, then I would just recommend grabbing it for your stat library. Other than that, that's me about it for the Theater Settlement. Next up is going to be the Campus Settlement, which is the last settlement for PvE, unless you count the safe houses, of course. But the safe houses in this game, for some reason, don't have vendors in them, which I think is kind of shitty, because in Division 1, every place had a vendor, you name it. Each DZ checkpoint, the safe houses, even the base of Ops, if I remember correctly, had 3 vendors at one point, then they moved one of them. And if you count the one downstairs in the underground. This week, she is selling the new Reliable. This one has max health damage if you guys need that, and perfect optimized for the weapon handling. I'm going to scroll through the rest of these items in case you guys need them. But other than that, nothing really too crazy for sale at the Campus Settlement. Next up is going to be the DZ. So we're going to go to DZ West first, then South, then East. Keep this in mind, if you want to buy any of these items, you have to have DZ resources, which can be acquired by deconstructing gear and extracting it, and it'll go into your stash box, or opening smaller little boxes scattered around the DZ. This week he's selling the Harmony. In my opinion, this is one of the better rifles in the game due to the fact it has perfect in sync. I know some people have been trying to get this guy for quite some time now. It's obviously not the best one. I've seen way worse than this, honestly. But if you want to pick it up and you want to get perfect in sync, I would recommend doing so you can go ahead and have this rifle, because I know some people have been trying to get this for quite some time now. But other than that, that's all they're really selling at DZ West. If you guys need any of these items, I would recommend grabbing them. But other than that, that's me about it. Next will be DZ South, which is going to be at the bottom of the map. Let's go upstairs and take a left. Wow, there's a manhunt there going on right now. But this week she's selling the Glory Days. This is the name P416 with perfect nearsighted. So if you guys are trying to get 100% stability, this is the gun you guys want to use. But other than that, she's not really selling anything too crazy. But if you guys need any of these items, I would recommend grabbing them.
Appreciate your business.
Next is going to be DZ East. Man, someone's really going crazy in that DZ over there. I hear the oxidizers at the door. But that's not what we're focused on right now. The final location is going to be, for this DZ, is going to be DZ East. And then we're going to go to New York, which is Haven, which has the last 2 vendors on the list. This is the final vendor right here.
Whatever you want, I've got it.
This week she's selling the Good Times. This one has pretty low stats. You can farm loot allocation areas to find a better one if you wanted to. But other than that, not really selling anything too crazy. I will point out the Somber Mask. Obviously it's not, perfect. But if you guys are trying to make a crit build and trying to find a triple red Somber Mask, then you can get rid of headshot and put critical damage, then optimize this and have a triple stat red mask. But other than that, that's going to be it for the vendors in DC. The next vendors are going to be the ones in Haven. Like I said, there's only 2 vendors here. I'm not sure why they didn't add one to each safe house, because there's only 4 safe houses in this area.
Been tracking a new rogue agent cell. They seem determined to pick up where Keener left off.
Didn't do it.
We've identified 5...
And that was the Keener
area detected
thing. As you guys know, the thing is happening again. But this is the next 2 vendors. As you guys know, they only sell pretty much yellow gear, so if you guys need any of it, I would recommend grabbing it. Scroll through this stuff real quick. Then we just go through here, take a right.
Need anything?
And where Benitez is down here, and this week he's not selling any, max stat rolls or anything too crazy. He is selling 9.7 headshot if you guys need that, almost 10% if you want to top it off. But really, that's going to be about it for this week's vendor reset. But thanks all for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe for more Division 2 content and gaming content in general. And I'll catch you guys all later.
BT!